I make right. Me, they are suffer life, them I get by. Never bow for the fame.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And some room to work.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across. And down at the 28.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz
sliding out of the pocket. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
10th season now in the NFL for T.Y. Hilton, all of them with the Colts, and he went over the 600 catch mark last year for his career. He continues to be a reliable target downfield for Colts' new quarterback, Carson Wentz.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Down to the 25.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On play action, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10.
Now a give. This is Murray. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
2nd down at 4. Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Another tremendous play by Xavier Howard. 10 interceptions, led the NFL last year. And he's the first defender since Antonio Cromartie in 2007 with 10 or more in a season. When you throw it in his area, you're taking a gamble.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
6-0 our score after one. Another run for Murray on second down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. They just need a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And the ball is knocked out, and the Colts pick it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On play action, Wentz. They'll roll, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. The give to Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Throwing is Wentz. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run once more with Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Given 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, Tagovailoa. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they call the
wanted a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Jerome Baker, Dolphins leading tackler in 2020, in on the stop there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. This is caught by Hilton.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Murray. Murray has the first down and more. Latavius Murray. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Latavius Murray. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 2, Wentz escaping the pressure right. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Christian Wilkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Harris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Now the try here for the point after. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
On 1st down, Murray. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down and 3.
They go with Murray again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Murray, and he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Wentz now on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Murray. Sheds off the tackle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
And they take a knee.
just me and you. It's just me and you.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check 42's the mark. Check 42's the mark. Now let's run, let's run.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Miami, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.